am Beatrix Gallio, and I am going to read you my story, The Mimosa Trail. I should be dead, but maybe I live on to help women like Franca Viola, who refuse our state of marriage after kidnap and rape. Ha! I slap La Stampa, the daily newspaper, with the back of my hand. Still the laws of Rocco from Mussolini's fascist shit. That women's honour should be rehabilitated because evil men conceive a way to have and to hold. I lift up the newspaper for both of us to see the headline. March 8th, 1966. Franca disse no. She said no. The young woman, Miss Violetta, sat across from me with her neat, clean pad, acknowledges with a mute nod. There are others that would do better than me, whether they were clever, but they are dead. I wish they were here. They should be here, in these firmly footed, sensible shoes, holding the world to account. I stamp my feet in my neat lace brogues to the side for her to inspect. My trouser legs brush their polished surface as if they too are deferential to the memories hot on my heels. I lean in and lower my sunshades down my nose. I have killed where I should have gone to court. I laugh and shake my head. But I would put a bullet through my brain now for those who I love to still be alive, so that they could be looking at the world now through tinted glasses and sat here with you. Leaning back, I gesture grandly at the nouveau coffee bars with you bright young things. What do you call yourselves now? Beatniks. I'm putting on a show, making a scene. I can do that now, the eccentric older woman. I can tell the truth and nobody cares or believes me. I light a cigarette, watch the ember flare. I see Violetta ruffle, her pencil already chewed a little, hovering before her teeth, her eyes fixed, as if wondering whether to throw off this interview entirely. I am not trying to threaten her. I try a new track. Can you smell the honeyed scent of the mountains in these perfectly yellow flowers? I offer a conciliatory bunch of mimosa. It is, after all, what we're here to talk about. Women's Independence Day. Mimosa Day. The day that I have instigated with my work. My work pushing paper, writing articles, letters, pricking pricks into consciousness. I am conscious, however. My curtness can cut unpleasantly at the atmosphere. I must try harder. I pass the flowering sprigs in their fluted paper over to her. The colour of the mimosa complements her perfectly coiffed bottle blonde hair. Her red painted lips curl upwards. This is a new phase I have entered, indulged, petted, but rarely seen or heard. It is novel, I suppose. But I know she wants a story, and maybe this is the day I will give it both barrels. This tailored tweed suit with the butter yellow plaid. I ramble on, running the edge of my collar through my thickened hands, my nails clean and cut short. It is a dead woman's suit. Suited her much better. I say almost to myself, and then look at Violetta intently in the eye. I want to gently shock her into waking, this young woman perched opposite me in the hustle and bustle of Rome. I want to shock myself into living. You were not born till after the war, I accuse. In fact, no doubt you are the age I was when I came to Rome all those years ago. 21? 22, she interjects. Oh, well, I raise my eyebrows. You are from England, yes? She asks. No, Ireland, I correct. I had the verve of youth then, a desperate need to look away from what had come before. I hadn't seen for myself the blood spilt just years before either. All I could do was embrace my femininity, thinking it was a ticket to ride. But the journey and the lessons were fast. War does that. It speeds reality into a hot bullet. I look down. I must bring this back. Why am I so furious? I'll inhale deep on my cigarette, chastise myself. I'd change the path for others. I have laid a trail for women to wend a way through the misfortune of our sex. For you, Miss Violetta, and Franca, and womanhood to navigate a better way. But there is so much more to do. I feel a wave of despondent loss. Let me walk the Mimosa Trail vicariously. The first trail, I tell myself, and look up refocused. Can you smell the mountains? I urge. She is staring at the citrus mimosa, having averted her eyes, no doubt wanted to avoid my internal conflict. I've always had a sense of whimsy that either enlivened or perplexed people who didn't know me. Now I'm more practiced. I can use it to level out the characters I find in front of me rather than to belie myself as quaint and impressionable. Mrs. Gallio, Violetta proposes. I wince. My friends call me B, I interject. B, you created the Mimosa Trail, and now Women's Independence Day. Miss Violetta reads from her notes. I nod. The same questions every year. And you were a partisan? Many of us who would repel did. It was often nothing more than self-serving survival. I say a little short. I've caught the passing leer of a young man staring at my companion now, delicately noting on her pad, her low collar showing the curve of her neck to shoulder. I chastise him with a look as his gaze passes to me. He recoils, only a little. We women behaved as men and won equality for a time, I say, audibly over the hubbub of the street. This is what the new world wants from me and Yelena, if she was still here. They want a romantic story about the Mimosa Trail again and again and again. I take the mimosa back, past the sprig under my nose, and inhale. It is a visceral response. As I close my eyes, I can feel the evening chill on the Marmolada mountains. Hear the tinkle of mimosa trees and the crunch of our boots on the path. It is calling me back. They want the sanitised and framed version of a romantic notion of war, but war is not like that. And desire runs rivers through our veins that will drive us to distraction until we find a way to harness them. I look back at this perfectly presented vision of womanhood, an imperceivable twitch at my eyebrow. Yes, maybe this is time to tell the whole story. And that's the end of chapter 1.